Hello, Computer Science 7. This is your lesson for Wednesday, March 25th. Today we'll begin creating your SWAY presentation, Part 1. Other things that you should be doing is continuing your typing test if you're able to. We are on week 9 and test 33. And also very important, if you haven't already, make sure you complete activity 5, that is your Excel test. Use the online version that I've posted on Schoology and not the paper version that you received in class. Please, please, please ask questions if you're having any problems completing that. I'd be glad to help you. We can even log in at the same time, and I can show you what you need to do. And finally, if you haven't already, organize your files, meaning you're going to make a new folder for your Excel files and put all of your Excel files in there. And most importantly, keep learning. Okay, so here we are back in Schoology. You may have noticed that I've put all of your Excel materials into one folder so that our computer science page here on Schoology isn't so cluttered. Yesterday's assignment, you needed to fill out an organizer in preparation for creating your presentation. So if you haven't done that, make sure you do that before moving on. So if you haven't done it, please pause this and get that completed because you'll need the information on there to create your presentation. And you'll see that today, March 25th, you have Create Your SWAY Presentation Part 1. And if you're watching this, it means you've already seen it. You'll also need to have the All About Me Presentation with SWAY Part 1 document that you found in the assignment open so that you can look at the steps as we go. So our first step to create our presentation is we need to go to My Apps, which you should be very familiar with because you need to do that for everything. But this time we're going to click on Office 65. And then once we get into Office 65, we are going to go ahead and tap on SWAY. So here we are in My Apps, and here's my Office 365. And I'm going to tap on SWAY. We are going to be working from a template. It's a little bit easier than trying to start from scratch and starting from a blank canvas. So the template that I'm choosing for us to work with is Blog Enhanced. Please use this template because all the instructions refer to this specific template. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And we're going to click on Start Editing this way. And once you get inside the template, you can see that it has been all laid out for us, and we're just going to use this format as a blog. We're just going to change it up for our purposes so that the presentation is all about me. So we're going to change right here where it says Blog Entry Title, and we're going to change the title to All About Me. And then you need to select that and click Emphasize. Next, we're going to click on this arrow next to Details up above the picture of apples. And we're going to tap on the picture because I don't know about you, but I don't want a picture of apples for my introductory picture. So I'm going to delete this by clicking on this little trash can. So now we can add a background image. So we're going to go ahead and click on Add Background. And then you'll notice you get all these options over here. So you could put something in the search bar here to search for something online, or if you use this drop down in Suggested, you can choose something from your device. Now on your device, it's going to look a little bit different. When you click it on yours, it will ask if you want it from your photo library or from the device. I'm going to choose a photo that I have on my device that I had set aside just for this purpose. And then I'm going to click Open. And here you see it inserts it into my presentation. Once you've got your picture inserted, I want you to go ahead and tap on Focus Points. And this just means what part of my picture is going to be showing depending on the device I'm using. Okay, so if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that if you're on a tablet, it's going to look a certain way, or maybe if you're on a phone or on a computer. Now, you can just tap on parts of it And you can see how that changes in the devices below. Or if you want the entire image to stay without cutting any of it off, you can click this box right here, which is the way I want to do it. Once you've got your focus points, I want you to come back up here where it says heading and tap on that arrow. And then you'll see everything in our card is closed so that we can move on to the next one. You'll need to add a heading after each section. So I'm going to show you how to do that, and we will be doing that for each section. So to do that, right here in our blog title or our title page here, we're going to click on this or tap on this plus, and we're going to put heading 1. And then our next heading would be my name. You're going to emphasize your name, and you're going to click the plus under your name, and you are going to add an image of yourself. The same way you did before. You can either search on the web, which you probably don't have an image of yourself. You should probably have one that you have on your device, and you can use the My Device option to do that. Once you've got your image, you're going to go ahead and click in the text card that's already there underneath your name. And you're going to delete the text that's already there. Set the text emphasis to moderate. So we have subtle, which is the small one, moderate, which is next, and sometimes you'll have 3. If you have a third one that's even bigger, that's intense. Here you'll type the name and the meaning of your name, whatever you found that the meaning was, and then don't forget to put the source that you used. So we did have 2 sources, just whichever one that you chose. Make sure you give credit to your source. Also, you may find that there are several meanings for your name. Just choose one that you like the best. So underneath your name, you're going to tap the plus sign. You're going to put in another heading. And our next heading is on this day. Let's make it capitals. And then we're going to emphasize it. And at the bottom of this card, we're going to hit the plus sign again, and we're going to choose text. And we're going to write our birth date and something that happened on that day in history. So my birthday is September 5th. And on this day in history, ... whatever you found. And again, remember, we are including the source of where we found our information. So once you've got that, you're going to go ahead and click on the plus side again, and now we're going to add an image that goes with your significant event. So again, you can search, and I am going to search because mine has something to do with the group The Animals and The House of the Rising Sun, which is one of their songs. And so I just wanted to show you what a search online might look like. So you can scroll down, and the picture that I like best is this one. I'm going to go ahead and add it. And then we're going to give our image a caption, which is the name of the group that you see there. Now we do have the option to change the focus points and also the emphasis. So do we want it to be a smaller picture, a medium-sized picture, or a very big picture? Right now it's hard to tell. I'll just leave mine on small for now. Once we get to the end of the presentation and you're looking at the styles, you can go back and change the size of your pictures to whatever best fits your presentation. Again, we're going to tap on the plus side underneath our picture, plus sign, sorry, and click heading 1. And our next heading is favorite meal. And make sure you give it You emphasize your header. And next we're going to select this image card with the muffin or cupcake or whatever picture is there. We're not going to delete the picture just yet, so go ahead and click on the plus sign, and we're going to find an image of your favorite food. So again, I'm going to search the internet. My favorite food happens to be veal parmesan. I'm going to search for veal parm. I'm going to look for a picture that I like. Scrolling through. So I like this picture. I'm going to select it and add it. And then I'm going to give it a caption, the name of the meal. It's veal parmesan. Again, we have all these options. We're not sure until we see what the final product looks like. We can go back and adjust these later. After you've added your picture of your favorite meal, go back up here to the sweet treat and delete the picture that was already there. So it's time to add another heading. So underneath the picture of our favorite meal, I'm going to click on the plus and heading 1. Our next heading is some of my favorite pics. And again, we're going to emphasize this heading. And we're going to go to the text card that's underneath and get rid of that. And now we'll be working in this group grid. Don't delete that. For now, we're going to leave these pictures here, and we're just going to find some of our favorite pics. For our purposes right now, I'm only going to put one picture in, but you can do 2, 3, or even more pictures, just some of your favorite pics. So in the group grid, click on one of the images and click on the plus sign under that image, and you're going to select image because you want to add an image to this group grid, and go ahead and find an image of some of your favorite pics. So I've added one picture, and now I need to change the caption. Your captions should be just something short to explain what the picture is. So mine's going to be friends on the beach. And once you've got your caption, and you can go ahead and add 2, 3, or even more pictures, however many you want, some of your favorite pics. And then you will be deleting all these pictures of food because that's not what we want in this section. We only want our own pictures. So you're just going to hit the trash can in each one of these pictures of food. And then we'll move on. So we need to add another heading. And to do that, we need to close our group grid by clicking on this arrow right here. We're going to click on the plus sign. Then we're going to click heading 1. And our next heading is favorite quote. And we're going to emphasize that. We are going to the text card that is underneath. And we're going to delete all the text that's already there. And here we're going to add our favorite quote. Something someone said by who said it. Okay, so once you've added your favorite quote, you're going to add an accent to the words in your quote, not the by who said it, but just the words in your quote, and hit accent. That way it'll italicize the quote so it looks like words that someone said. We're going to add our final heading, which is in 10 years. Once again, we're going to emphasize this. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. We're going to delete this tweet card. We don't need that. And then in the next text card, go ahead and delete all the text that's in there. And we're going to finish this sentence. In 10 years, I see myself